Welcome! In this video we are going to talk about the API of Zabbix. I have my Apex instance running, and if you log in and go to the left side, under user settings you will find the API tokens menu. Here you can use it to issue new APIs or API tokens, and this is one way to get a credential for authentication. So let's say admin token, and we don't want to set expiration, but if we want, we can specify when that specific token should be expired. So I don't want to make it expired, and we can copy it to clipboard, and after that use it. The other way we can use the API is basically by using our username and password for authentication, and we are going to do that. I'm going to use Python as the programming language to communicate with the API, and in this video we are going to see how we can acquire a token and how we can get the API version. So I will open my text editor. Let's create a Zabbix folder, and here I will create my scripts. Let's call the first one API version.py, and what we can do is the following. In order to get the API version, we have to import two modules. One is the requests and the other is the JSON module. And then we can use the API data to create a dictionary. Inside this dictionary, we define the JSON RPC with version 2.0. The method should be API info.version, and we have the params, which is an empty list, and the ID, which is 1. Alright, now in order to get the version, we are going to use the requests module's get function, and we will provide the URL, and this URL comes from our host. So this part we can copy, and what we need to add is the API JSON RPC.php. After that, we have to specify the data. This is going to be the payload which we send to the API, and it will come from the JSON dumps function, and we would like to dump the API data. Then what we have to specify is the headers, because we are using non-standard headers, and the content type is going to be, what is the content type? Application JSON RPC. And basically that's it. And we pass it to the JSON function, and after that we can print out the version. So if we run this, we should see the following. It has responded and said in the result field that this is the 6.2.6 version. That's perfectly fine, and we will create an F string and simply say that the API version is, and then reference the result. This should be a nicer output, and as you can see, the API version is 6.2.1. Alright, in order to do anything else with the API, what we have to do is authentication. So I have my user, which is admin, and the password, which is Zabbix. Now we create an authenticate JSON payload, and basically what we have to do, we have to keep the JSON RPC, we have to modify the version, the method to user.login, and then for the params we have to specify a dictionary, so it's not going to be a list, and in this dictionary we say that the user is user and the password is password. Alright, the ID is 1, and that's basically it. And we can copy this one, and the token will be the variable name where we capture it, and modify the JSON dumps, so we use the right one. And after that we could print the token. So if I save it and run it, you can see that this was the response. So basically in the result we can see the token that we can reuse. So let's save it with the token variable, and we say that this is the tokens result field, and we can use the print to say that the acquired token is token, and if we run it we have a nicer version. So basically this is how you can get started with the API. See you in the next one.